Hello, this is Cole Mitchell reporting on 6 species in the newly discovered area of Ole Township. First animal I'll be reporting on is the gray squirrel. The gray squirrel is a small animal, about 1 to 1.5 pounds, with a silvery gray body and a white belly. They eat berries, mushrooms, acorns, things like that. They have adapted by burying their food for the winter. Now their tracks are small. They have 4 toes and a triangular pad, and their scat is small ovular balls. The next animal I'll be reporting on is the cottontail rabbit. Now the cottontail rabbit is a long-eared, small to medium-sized animal that hops when it runs because its back legs are much longer than its front legs. They're about 15 to 18 inches long and they weigh about 2 to 3 pounds. They have a brownish body with a white belly. Their diet in the summer consists of leaves, herbs, legumes, fallen fruit, garden vegetables, clover and grass, and other things in that category, small plant matter. They have adapted by zigzagging when running from predators. Now their tracks are small and they have 4 toes with a sort of triangular looking pad. Their back paws are much longer than their front paws, but they look very similar. Their scat are very small, almost perfect spheres. The next animal I'll be reporting on is the white-tailed deer. Now they are called this because of the white hair on the underside of their tail, which is held up when they're running, which these deer tend to do a lot. They tend to run a lot. Now their diet, what they eat, is tree bark, roots, leaves, various fruit, and other herbaceous plants. They have adapted by having very good hearing. Now their hoof prints, or their tracks, look like 2 tapering ovals set next to each other, and their scat looks very similar to the cottontail rabbit, very small, almost perfect spheres. The next animal I'll be reporting on is the red fox. Now the red fox is 22 to 25 inches long, so about 2 feet long, with an additional 14 to 16 inch tail. They weigh between 8 to 12 pounds, some have been reported to be heavier, and they have long reddish-orange fur. Now they have a very opportunistic diet. They eat mice, rats, rabbits, woodchucks, possums, chickens, and pretty much any other small animal that they can fit in their mouth, or even catch and chew apart. And they've adapted by being able to eat all these animals. Now their tracks look very much like dog prints. They have 4 toes and they have a triangular pad with 1 lobe on the front and 2 lobes on the back. This is for both the front and the back paw prints. Now their scat looks very ovular. It's like a thick, short hot dog. That's the best way to describe it. The 5th animal I'll be reporting on is the raccoon. Now the raccoon is a medium-sized woods animal. It's about 28 to 30 inches, so it's bigger than the red fox. And they have a 10-inch tail. Now raccoons can weigh anywhere from 10 to 30 pounds, although there have been reported up to 40 pounds, but that's very rare in the wild. Now their fur is long, soft, and colored a grizzled black-brown. Now their tail is has alternating rings of light and dark gray fur. They have a mask-like face coloration, so it looks like they're wearing a mask. Now they eat a lot of stuff. They're very adapted to that. They eat grapes, apples, grasshoppers, beetles, fish, frogs, and carrion. Carrion, that's dead stuff, so these animals really eat anything. So they've adapted by being able to eat pretty much anything. And an interesting fact about raccoons is they'll wash their food if they get the chance to. That's neat. Now their tracks look almost exactly like a small human handprint because they have 4 fingers and a thumb, which that goes back to washing their food. That's how they can do that. They can hold it. Now, their scat is very, very similar to the fox. Kind of looks like a thick, short hot dog, which again, it's a weird analogy, but you know, it seems to work. So that's that. That's the raccoon. The 6th and final animal that I'll be reporting on today is the deer mouse. Now the deer mouse is a very tiny animal. They're between 6 to 8.5 inches long when they're fully grown. That's not that big, with an additional 3 to 4 inch tail. So all in all, the deer mouse is only about 10 inches long. They weigh between half an ounce to 1 ounce, which again, that's pretty light. That's a very tiny animal. Now they have brownish gray fur with a pure white belly. And they have adapted with large night vision eyes. Big eyes help them see at night. Now their diets are beetles, grasshoppers, crickets, caterpillars, and carrion. Same as the raccoon, they eat dead stuff too, so they'll eat pretty much anything they can get their hands on. Now their tracks also look like a human handprint, because they too have thumbs, so they can grip stuff. And their scat looks like black rice, but a little bit smaller than rice. So, with that, that concludes my field report on the 6 animals in this new area called Ole Township.